What is up, broskies and broskets? Welcome to the Sloppy Syndicate Show. I am your host, White Trash Donnie, and we have none other than Breaking in a Sequence today. So we will have them on here shortly. We have them in the green room, and we will bring them in. So before that, again, thanks for joining. We are streaming live on Twitch and YouTube, as well as all the podcasting platforms. And I'm going to fanboy for a minute. So this band, the original drummer, is David from Korn. So if you don't know, 3/27/1999, Grand Rapids, Michigan at Van Andel Arena, Korn was my very first concert, Korn and Rob Zombie. So I even went as far as going home to my mother's house. And as you can see, I was 12 years old at this time. I got some of the concert pictures. And obviously, my favorite t-shirt of all time was the Korn navy blue shirt with the silver stripe that said Korn on it. So that's my fanboy moment, and it is a pleasure to have David on the stream with us, and all of his expertise and all the great music that he's given us with Korn, and now he is joined Breaking in a Sequence. So let's go ahead and bring the boys on, and here we go.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Donnie?
How are we doing today, fellas?
Good.
Great.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Sorry to fanboy there for a moment, but yeah, almost, I don't know how many years to the exact date, but yeah, so awesome. So
Thank
Breaking in a Sequence is based out of Huntington Beach, California, hard rock metal band. So what is where did the name derive from, Breaking in a Sequence?
Well, we started off as Bias, right? However, when we came out, it was during all the turmoil of the elections and everything. So we came out as Bias, and then we realized quickly that it was actually really hard to find our band through all of the political articles and all that.
Okay.
So we decided, hey, you know what? Let's unacronym Bias into something more, so it's more unique to us. So at that point, we all talked as a band, and we said, you know what, let's just start jotting down ideas. And I made a whole list, and I brought it into practice, and Breaking in the Sequence was one of them. And when I got to that, everyone stopped me. I think, David, you were the one who said, hey, wait, what was that again? That's actually cool. So then we just ran with that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I could see how it would get wrapped up in the World Wide Web during that time. So
Right.
So we have the acronym EP, which came out in 2021. Hesitation, Midlife Crisis, my top two jams. So what is really cool about Midlife Crisis, it's actually a cover of Faith No More. And there's a kick-ass music video from Breaking in a Sequence on YouTube. So definitely check that out. So thoroughly impressed with the rendition he did of Faith No More. And then Hesitation is probably my top song off of that EP. So with that EP, kind of walk us through that. How did you come up with certain songs and just kind of the process so the fans listening can kind of get your thought and takes on it.
Wow. So that EP, that was basically the first material that we all wrote together. Hesitation was actually the first song that we did together, and that was the song that I auditioned to.
Okay.
So these guys had already written that music, and they sent it to me. And what I did was I took it and I rearranged it to fit my vocal style. And then when I sent it back to them, they heard it and they're like, I don't know if I like this or not. He changed our music. Who the hell does this guy think he is? But then they came to realize, you know what, actually, it sounds better the way that he did it. So then they invited me to come down, and then we just started working on all the songs. And I think the second song we ever worked on was Change Your Mind, right, guys?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Change Your Mind second, okay.
So when we first started as a band, we wanted to be a rock band, right? I mean, if you hear the sound, the tone and sounds and everything, and the attack and everything that we an approach that we take on Hesitation and Change Your Mind, you can hear that we want to be a rock band. And then somehow after playing those two songs, we wrote Pity, right? And Pity was harder, there was more of an edge to it. And
Right.
as we were practicing Pity more and more, David started hitting harder and harder, right? So that made me have to sing harder and harder. And then eventually I started screaming in the band. And then we just kept evolving from that point.
Well, it came out perfect. You get the rock, and then you the hard rock, and a little bit of metal. So definitely well done. Delusional is another one of my favorites on that. So with the new EP coming up, I know you guys are working on new music. When could we expect that new EP?
Very, very soon.
Okay.
Very
I don't
soon.
want to give a date because I don't know what time frame our management wants us to release it in, but I can say that I got the final mixes and we just got to make some tweaks right now.
Awesome.
So, artwork's
And
all done, the name's all done, everything, and we'll release all that information shortly.
awesome. I look forward to that. And I realized how rude I was in the beginning of this show, and I didn't go around the room and introduce everybody and what they play. So I do apologize on that. So we'll backtrack a little bit. So obviously, Rich is vocals. Chris, what do you play?
Bass.
Bass. All right. And Mike?
Guitar.
And then David?
I play drums.
Drums. So we all know David plays the drums. And he's
Hey,
way
I'm
better
Dave.
than Travis Barker. So just a props to that. So definitely excited for the new EP. What do you see in your future for this year? Do you guys plan on doing a tour or?
I really don't know. Right now, the biggest emphasis for us is getting out this new music, right? We've been sitting on our second EP for quite some time. So we want to get that out so that people can hear it. And, right now we're actually trying to track our third EP or our third album. So
Awesome. So you're quite ahead of yourself. So
well, we're kind of
not ahead of
ahead.
yourself, but
We're kind of behind, right? Because COVID completely crushed us. So we're trying to play catch up right now. So I want to get the new music out there to the fans, to the people who actually listen to us, and then shortly after that, try to get the other new music out. Right?
Okay. Yep. Awesome. So you got some stuff in your back pocket. Perfect.
Yeah.
Who would be your biggest musical influence? So for me, like Pantera, Megadeth, with my dad, Ted Nugent. Then growing up a little more, Korn, Rob Zombie, Metallica. So there's just so many things that have, or genres, or even bands that have brought me into the music scene or music industry. So what are some of the bands that have pushed you or inspired you to pursue a career in music?
For me, in the early days,
oh, go ahead.
For me, in the early days, it would have been like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath. My dad was a guitar player, so I was always around that style of music, Dio and Rainbow and shit like that.
Okay, awesome.
For me, my influences, I have a wide genre, just like you. But I mean, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Tool, Korn, Metallica, Pantera, Linkin Park, Faith No More, and the list goes on because I draw whatever I think sounds good. I'll draw, an influence from, right? But what makes me pursue music in general is passion, right? Like, we all know these days there's not much money in music, right? In pursuing that career. And that's why you don't see lots of new bands coming out because it's not worth it to pursue a career in music. So you actually have to have that passion behind you, right? You have to love music and love creating and love doing it to really put yourself out there.
I think the first band that got me into playing music was the first Van Halen record. And then obviously years later on down the road, what really influenced me as far as the type of music I would go on to play would be the earliest Faith No More and
Okay.
early Primus.
Primus. All right. Awesome answer.
Yeah, me first learning the guitar in high school. So, like, I was big into Aerosmith prior to high school. So that's when I started picking up on the music. But like learning guitar was like System of a Down, and I lived around a bunch of friends that actually played music. So that's how I, kind of got into it. But now it's like what Rich said, it's the passion. It's just in us now to keep going forward. So I think we're working off each other, to keep it going.
Right. And not just passion, it's a outlet to express yourself as well. I feel, we all feel different, or we have different terminologies or different reasons why we like the music that we do, and
Yeah.
the career path. So not sure if this is a troll or not, but 100% true is Chris secretly African.
No, he's native.
Native American.
So what's up, Vato? We got Vato. He wants to know, how about Audio Slave? Anyone like Audio Slave? So
Yes,
Oh,
love him.
definitely. Yeah.
Chris Cornell,
Mm-hmm.
and with the Rage backing, of course.
Anything Chris Cornell did.
So, folks, if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat, and we will ask Breaking in a Sequence some of the questions. And so, as a band, what has been your biggest challenge? Oh, we got MVK in the house. Thanks for joining us, MVK. And
Hey,
What's up, guys?
so, as a band, what has been your
It's
biggest
Christmas.
challenge so far?
I'll tell you what our biggest challenge is. So before there was Bias, or before Breaking in a Sequence, there was another project that Joe, Chris, and David were in, and that kind of tarnished our whole reputation coming out of the gate. So when we came out of the gate, we were heavily critiqued, if you will.
I had a big hole to dig out of. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, we were definitely in a hole. And it took us, I want to say, a good year and a half to dig ourselves out of the hole that other project had created. And I won't
Okay.
name that project, but I'm sure people will know who that project, or what the name of that project was.
All right. So,
And no, I'm not
100%.
talking about corn.
No, right, no. So if you call yourself white trash, does that make me a racist? Absolutely not. I embrace my white trashness. So, and then Chris Daramy, I think Rich is secretly Asian. So, got some comedians in the house today. So,
Shh, don't tell anybody.
right.
Dang, people are on to me, guys. Oh my God.
They see right through you.
I know, the moment that we've dreaded.
All right, folks, you figured it out. All right. The game's over. Sorry, we're gonna have to end the interview now. Just play. So, but if you didn't, if you weren't in music, and I'm not talented enough to play any instruments because I have squirrel, like 5 minutes, I can't pay attention, and then I got short, fat, little stubby fingers. So I always loved the guitar, and I've tried numerous times to play the guitar, and it didn't work because I'm short, little nubby, and I'm like, yeah, trying to get it done. But what pushed you, to play the instruments that you play?
For me, it was asking for a drum set for Christmas and got a guitar.
Okay. Like, no, you're not
Go
playing
with the
drums.
flow.
You're playing this.
So, I still can't really keep a beat now. So I guess the guitar worked out.
It's probably a good thing you got the guitar.
Yep.
You can't keep a rhythm either. I'm just kidding.
Dang.
Dang.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
He's
Keep
got
going
the
through
sound
guitars
effect
with all
for
these
that.
solos I got, just
I
burning the
know.
necks.
All those arpeggios you're playing. You know what I'm talking about. For me, it was all passion. I mean, I just love music, and I honestly learned how to play guitar and learned how to sing by learning all the Metallica songs up to the Black Album, right? So I learned how to play and sing most of the Metallica catalog up to the Black Album, and then just branched out from there. And then I found Pantera and Slayer and all that, and just kept going.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Thanks for coming in. And Nick H, thanks for coming in. So,
What's up, guys?
what is everyone drinking? Nick, you know me. I'm drinking my Busch Latte. So, my
Busch
go-to.
Latte.
I don't have nothing. Drink it all Saturday.
I'm drinking Ultra. I gotta watch my
Your figure,
my figure.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Keep it in. Keep the figure in shape.
I got the Topo Chico pineapple seltzer.
Okay. All right. We won't make fun of you, Chris. No, I'm just kidding. So if you did not pursue the music scene, what career path would you have chosen? I would have been a stripper, but I'm too ugly. So here I am interviewing bands. So
Ballerina.
okay. I mean, I can see that. I can see that a little tutu on you. And
I'm drinking the seltzers, so might as well.
Well, I mean, we all have our careers, our established careers. We're older, so I pursued a career in IT.
okay.
So I'm doing that. And Chris, what do you do?
I'm a security consultant.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, I do have a hardwood flooring business. So,
Nice.
yeah. And Dave's at work right now.
Right.
Sorry.
On his couch.
So Vato is drinking Blue Moon and Founders IPA. How can you drink those both at the same time, Vato? Just out of curiosity. What's up, Ellie? Thanks for coming in. It's a pleasure to have you. So
One on
Ellie
each side of
is,
the mouth.
yeah, right. 2 straws. So Ellie is quite interesting. She likes to do videos with Oreos and different substances. Oreos and water, Oreos and sour cream. So she's a character in herself. So welcome in, Ellie.
Wait, eating weird shit?
What's up?
Right, Oreos, and she'll dip it in like water. Then she did like sour cream. Yeah, so it's a little odd, but it is quite entertaining for some reason.
Oreos and
I'm gonna check it out.
cigarette ash.
Cigarette ash?
Cigarette ash. Oreos and
Raw chicken juice.
Right, a little salmonella. Let's put a little salmonella on that Oreo and see how it turns out.
That's
So
where the fetish will stop.
right,
the fetish.
It's like chicken sushi.
Oh,
Oh
disgusting.
my god.
you would lose about 10 pounds after that. So yeah,
That shit's no
clean
joke.
your
I got it
system out.
before. I was sick for like 3 days. Salmonella. Ugh.
I don't know what I had, but I remember Arby's when I was a kid. I got it, and for like 3 days, I was miserable. I was just like my stomach was killing me so bad. I was like, never again. I've never touched Arby's since then. So
I think that's called food poisoning.
right,
Just straight up.
yeah. I don't know what what they gave me, but it wasn't good. So, all right. So if you had to, or if you could change something about the music industry, what would you change and why?
Oh shit.
I mean, that's probably a
Big
loaded
game.
question. So
That is a loaded question. That's super loaded.
Got a list.
You know what I would change? I would change how every band right now is super gridded, robotic drums, and super auto-tuned to the nines. That's what I would change. Because when that came about, I get it. It's cheaper on production and everything, and it's easier. You don't have to pay for as much studio time to perfect parts. It took all the humanity and soul out of music for me.
Yeah.
Definitely sucks. I think I would change, well, if it could be even considered a thing, the live show setting, back when people used to actually go to concerts.
fair enough.
I mean, when bands could go tour, and make a living off of it.
Right. Yeah, this day and age, it's kind of tricky with the everything at your fingertips digital era.
Yeah.
So like myself, I still enjoy collecting vinyls, cassettes, NES games and stuff, things like that. That's my childhood nostalgia now. So a lot of people don't do that. And sorry to cut you off, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just listening. But album sales, the
Yeah,
royalties
streaming.
on
How about
Spotify and all that too.
That's
how
the whole
about
thing. Like,
streaming?
if it's a band I really
There
like,
you
or
go.
if it's a friend's band, I always try to buy a physical copy just to support them.
Right.
Even though I'll probably listen to it on Spotify, but I like
You're
to
still
keep and
supporting it,
collect.
right?
Yeah. So
Because
I don't
most of for the audience, most of you don't know. Yeah, we stream it on Spotify. They make pennies on a dollar. So I mean,
yeah, that's why I
literally,
like
they
to
get
buy it.
nothing. So
You
when
know,
you purchase an album or you buy merch, that strictly supports the band versus streaming on Apple Music or Spotify, where they don't make nearly as much money. So
Yeah, what were those numbers that you sent me, Mike? It was something like 3,000 plays is like $1 or some shit. Something
Yeah,
crazy.
I can't remember. Yeah, something like 3,000 plays equaled like buying the album one time.
okay, yeah, it's kind of like when you're monetized on YouTube, you'll make like $1.60 a week. YouTube rock star.
Whoa! That's more than we make off of like 10,000 streams.
YouTube's actually the less paying one,
Okay.
video wise and all that. Yeah.
All right. So we are 20 minutes in. Wow, time flies. Brian says 7-Eleven gas station sushi. I don't I don't think I would trust that. Ellie, I've had Oreos and beer. Okay. All right. Living on the edge there, Ellie. Living on the edge. So if you were to give advice to someone starting in the music industry, what advice would you give them? And why? So Marry, Sleep with, Kill, welcome on in.
Oh, murder, death, kill. I would tell them, make sure they really love it, right? Make sure they really have that passion for playing music, and then don't be afraid to sound or look stupid, right? Because that's how you find yourself. You have to make mistakes to find yourself. So that's what I would say, and I would say keep going. You're not going to become your idols or anything overnight, and it takes a lot of work to
Absolutely.
even smash any type of milestones. So you got to
Yeah.
make milestones. You got to keep going, and don't be afraid to look stupid.
That's great advice.
Perseverance. Yep.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons I don't go back and rewatch my streams, because I'll literally critique myself to death, and eventually you get in your head, and I mean it.
Well, you need to though. If you think about it in terms of, let's say, fighters, right? Like UFC fighters, they have to go back and watch their tapes of either their great performances or their bad performances to find their weaknesses. No matter how much you may sit there and watch and be embarrassed for, oh my God, I took this misstep or I did that. You have to use that to learn from it, right?
Fair enough. Yep.
So
it's a game
that's
changer,
my
basically.
opinion.
Welcome in, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us. So, anyone else have advice for joining the music industry?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I was gonna say, unless you're totally passionate about it, don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, just make the music you want to make. Don't worry about trying to sound like somebody or be something. If you have a certain style or you have a certain thing you want to, create, just keep pushing and doing that.
All great advice.
Just keep going. Just keep pushing.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dogs are absolutely flipping out right now. Somebody must be at my door.
Nope, I can't hear it. So
Okay.
Nope, can't hear it.
All right.
So if you guys don't have anything else, I have one more piece of advice. Don't read the comments on social media.
Yeah.
That's a good advice.
Because that will kill you. You know what I mean?
right. Okay.
That'll kill any type of motivation or any perseverance that you have, is if you read what naysayers or what people who haven't walked a foot or a mile in your shoes or lived a day in your shoes or understand your circumstances. You got to take all that with a grain of salt and just let it go.
Yep, and especially this day and age, there's so many keyboard warriors that will will bash you, but very few supporters that will actually support you in a sense. I've learned that as well. So Jennifer says, I learned about you guys through following MVK. I must say you guys rock. Rich's voice is amazing. So
Thank you, Jennifer.
awesome.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you for saying that and not trolling us.
Right. So if you could, past or present, collab with any artist, what artist would you pick?
I'd choose David Silvera.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard he was wild back in the day, you know.
Yeah. No, I would choose Scott Weiland or Maynard or
Maynard,
or
that would
Chino. I mean,
Yeah, Chino.
any
That's a
of
tough
those
question,
guys,
man.
Yeah, that's a tough question. There's so many.
Everybody I listen to want to jam with them.
Right. So I'm switching spectrums. I'm going to the countryside and
Not Rich though.
Garth Brooks. So
That's
Get
cool.
some great tips.
What was that?
I would switch spectrums and go to the countryside, and I would go with
Okay.
Garth Brooks. Like
There you go.
I grew up on some Garth Brooks, so it'd be pretty cool to share the stage with him. Not that I'm talented enough to do so, even if I could talk to him. But yeah, Jennifer, fans don't realize how hard it is, yet they are quick to talk shit on the social. Exactly. So keyboard
Well, I
warrior.
don't think they're fans if they're talking shit, right?
True.
Yeah.
Sipping that haterade. So, all right. So that's enough of the questions. I don't want this to be all about the Q&A. So we're going to get into some fun questions.
Fun. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's all right. We'll keep it
We
rolling.
lose David?
Yes, we did. He may pop back
He'll
in. I'll
probably
see it here at the
pop back
bottom. So, what is the strangest skeleton you've ever discovered in someone's closet?
The strangest
Don't
skeleton.
go to Rich's house because he has his closets are just full of bodies.
I don't
and shit,
know. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's got like under the floorboards, you know, he's all out of space.
Hey, I ran out of space. That's why I had to move a year ago. What the heck? Why you gotta give that away?
And these are random draw questions, so I don't choose these. So
What?
forgive me
I
if they
don't know.
suck.
I don't know. That's a strange
Good question.
How about we pass? Let's move on to
Pass.
the next roulette.
All right. In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet?
Pass.
What secret conspiracy would you like to start?
Oh,
Good question.
yeah.
What
There's
secret
really
conspiracy?
aliens at Area 51.
Yes.
No, I mean that's probably already that is a conspiracy.
I think that's already happening. People are admitting that shit now.
right.
What is a secret conspiracy that I would like to start? Oh, how about music would be better without auto-tune?
Agreed. I don't know if so. Rich, can you quit auto tuning? No, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, the whole new everything I do is auto-tune to the nines. You can just call me Rich Payne.
So, what is the grossest? I got a lot of these stories. Wow, this is a good question. What's the grossest thing you've seen someone do in public? I mean, that's a pretty good question.
I don't know. I don't
grossest
leave
thing
the
you've seen?
house.
Yep. Grossest thing you've seen someone do in public.
Saw a chick in Mexico just drop her drawers and take a shit on the sidewalk.
That's not gross. That's everyday
that-
bodily function.
Yeah, but just randomly in front of a taco
Did
stand,
that
really?
shit yesterday.
Like scatter and splatter in front of the
I
taco
do that
stand.
shit
there.
at band
Yeah.
practice all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How about puke into a cup and then drink it
Oh,
after everyone spit loogies in it and put what they call Bryson in it?
yeah, that takes the cake. Mm.
Yeah.
Ugh. I just want to gag just thinking about that one. So,
Yeah, that's pretty dirty.
Jennifer says, I see a trend with the dreads. Rich, are you next? I mean, that would be pretty badass to see Rich with some dreads.
Nope, I used to when I was younger.
You still have
Not
long
now.
hair though too, right?
Yeah,
I had dreads
You
before I
still
was
have
in this
long
band. So
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is in a ragu festival band.
Okay.
He's
Party
in a
with the
reggae
goat.
band. The goddamn goat. He's in a reggae band.
Two of them.
Mike, I don't know what's up with Mike and his dreads, but I know that
What's up, Attila? Thanks
I
for
cut my
joining us.
hair. I cut my hair before they're long enough to do anything with.
Yo,
This time stuck it out.
Yeah, I'm just rocking the mullet, and that's what I rock. So
let me see. Let me see it.
Oh shit, he is.
All right. All right. Should I go Asian mullet or what?
that's
Oh,
about
yeah.
a year in. So I'm gonna have a reverse ZZ top. I'm gonna have that mullet. So
So should I go Asian mullet or what?
do it.
Well,
Do a mullet or a skullet. So shave. So a skullet is where you shave all this down to the skin, and then you just
The
let
cul-de-sac.
I might do that for our next band photos. I don't know.
Dang.
I mean, even if you just put like a skin tight like toupee on the top, and then just let it hang, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So, all right, we got some questions coming in. Fu Manchu, there you go, Jennifer. Yes.
I pretty much have that already. Once I turn all gray, I'm gonna be full Pai Mei.
Right. And this is up to David if he wants to answer. That is totally his call. David, is it true that Eminem made a cameo in Got the Life Corn music video?
I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know.
He is in
Cameo.
there. He is in there.
He is in it?
Is he?
Yeah. At the end when everyone's partying in the backyard.
I saw Tito Ortiz in it. I didn't see Eminem.
Eminem's.
Sure.
Pretty
Parties?
sure. Pretty sure he's in there.
I have no idea.
Split second.
Can
I don't-
someone bring up that video right now and pause it on that scene?
They're like, yes, he is in it. Look right here. So
Rich is in there somehow.
Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'm in it. That's me. Let me call M right now. Let me ask him.
Yo.
Pretty sure he is.
But honestly, I have no idea, honestly.
all right. So if you could bring one famous person back from the dead, who would you pick?
Mm.
I mean, that's a tough question too. I'm not
Yeah.
picking these; these are random draws.
Weird
So
question.
yeah, we can skip.
Where are you
We
getting these
can-
questions from?
It's a deck app, so it randomly shuffles the questions and
Oh, that's cool.
All right, let's pass. Pass.
pass. Okay. What reoccurring lie did you tell your parents or teachers? I have practice. That was my lie all the time.
I need gas money for weed.
That's what you.
Probably used that one a few times.
So
2 for 5.
right. The craziest thing I did was, well, not craziest. I was stupid. I was a kid. So my mom worked late and we would, she had a liquor cabinet and we'd go steal liquor. And, I mean, we're dumb. We're probably 12, 13 years old. We don't know how to mix drinks. So we just take random stuff from the fridge, apple juice and rum, and we'd make drinks and then we'd fill it back up with water like any dumb kid would. And, yeah, that's how we got busted, when it started, getting a little watery. So
So that's
And
the reoccurring lie that you would say. That you
it
put
wasn't
in
me.
water?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
You bought another bottle of water?
Right.
You filled it with Avion. Oh, this is the good
I
shit
mean,
right
I
here.
don't know how
That's
that
the Luke's
happens.
ripping you
So.
off.
Yeah. My reoccurring lie is that I hate auto-tune.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Just kidding.
All right.
Just kidding.
So we have a trend here.
really
Rich
do.
is a big fan
Mom,
of
I hate
auto-tune.
auto-tune.
Yeah.
Yep.
Parents, auto-tune, no.
So I had Archie Mundo. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I had my pops put money down on a Star Classic with Gone Bass growing up. All right.
Nice.
Vato, you keep your words to yourself. I'm a changed man. I do not drink Busch Light no more. So I just went to look, and there's a link in front of the end of the video. Okay, so there we go. Ellie looked it up.
Well,
All right. We are 35 minutes in, so we will wrap it up here shortly. I know you guys are extremely busy, and I thank you for the time that you have given me thus far. So,
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for having
what is the
thanks
weirdest
for having
thing?
us.
Oh, it's been my pleasure having you guys. So thanks for coming on the Sloppy Syndicate show. So this will be the final question. And folks, if you have any questions, final questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. So what is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home? So for me, I went to a friend's house and they had a real scientific skeleton, which creeped me out. I'm like, yeah, but that's probably the weirdest thing I've seen in somebody's home.
I remodel houses for work, and some of these houses, people are so disgusting. Clutter, junk. One time I had to pull this washer and dryer out of the spot, and it was full of clothes and trash, smashed up with dust, just stacked up all the way past the thing. So I pulled it out, and the clothes didn't even fall because they've been there so long.
Have you found anything cool, like some gold coins in the wall, or?
I have not. Nothing cool. Nothing cool.
Being in security, I have to deal with safes, and I've opened a couple safes before where, there's a couple phallic symbols, rubber, big old huge fucking fists.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Somebody's having a good time with a rubber fist.
That was for smacking the kids around back in the day. What are you talking about?
Rubber
Poor
turkey.
kids.
So,
Nice.
Yeah, nothing cool though.
Jennifer says MVK has some killer bands on the roster. From what I've seen, any of them you guys would like to play or tour with? Very good question.
All of them?
I'd love to tour with all of them, but especially Post Profit. I really like those guys.
Yep, kick-ass band. I will see them the 22nd here in Tampa, so I'm pretty stoked for that.
What was the name of the band that was over there when I was there? The headliner?
Ventress.
Ventress, yeah, they're good.
So they're out of New Orleans.
Yeah, they're good.
Ellie says, thank you, Bias, for coming on and giving us your time. Absolutely. Thank you. A huge
You're
thank
in Tampa?
Well, thanks for coming in.
I'm in Orlando. I'm literally 3 miles from Disney World. So.
Oh, okay. I played before in, what was it called? The Haven?
Yeah,
one of my
the
old
Haven.
bands. Yeah, it was a cool place.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool shindigs around Orlando, some little dive bar, music halls and things like that.
It was a nice venue. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it sounded really good.
Yep, we got Will's Pub, the Haven. There's, like I said, quite a few in Orlando that are, little shindigs that are actually really good. So, Mary, Breaking in Sequence is one of the best bands out there right now. Such a huge sonic sound. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Vato says, I used to work delivering furniture. The lady said she was an animal rescuer. There was feces all over the house and the furniture. Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
Time to put some of the rubber gloves on. So Bias rubber fist on the merch table to come soon. There you go. Another merch idea right there. So,
yep. Breaking in the sphincter.
Right.
Like literally breaking the stinker.
If you can do this, you can come on tour with us. So what's up, Metal Guy? Thanks for coming in. It's a pleasure to have you. So I remember being at a Kiss concert. I was probably 13. And don't ask me why my mother brought me to some of these concerts that I went to at the age I was, because I probably shouldn't have been there. But I remember being at the Kiss concert and literally like all these women are whipping their titties out, smelled like straight weed. And literally I remember like Gene Simmons would come out and he would point at like one of the girls like whipping their titties out, and like, the security or whoever was would go get them and take them backstage. And I'm like, I know what's going on. All right. I got you figured out. So,
yep. They're playing Connect 4 backstage.
Right. So that was pretty epic at 13 years
Bible
old.
Study.
Right. So I think of Borat every time I think of rubber fists. All right. So you said a Kiss concert or kissing concert? A Kiss concert, Vato. Come on. So God bless my mama. Yes, she did a lot of crazy things for me, and don't ask me why, but I am very grateful for some of the shit I saw, especially in Sturgis. I mean, I have a whole photo album of Sturgis with naked women. I mean, they had their nipples covered, but still, so. All right. So we are 40 minutes in. So breaking in a sequence, where can we find your merch? Where can we find your videos? Where can we find
Website.
information?
Bias Band Official.
No, it's biasofficial.com. Get it right.
Well,
you
damn it, Jim.
motherfucker.
Way to go, Chris, giving everyone the wrong information. So
Yeah, no. So biasofficial.com for merch. You can find us on socials with the handle biasbandoc or breaking in a sequence. Just search breaking in a sequence. There will be no other results that show up except for us.
awesome. So it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you
Any
for having us.
final parting
Thanks, man.
words for the fans?
I just hope to
Thanks
see
for
everyone
having
on the
us.
show soon, and we are releasing a new EP shortly coming, so just keep a lookout for that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and thank you everyone for your support thus far. It's been a long road, especially digging ourselves out of that hole.
And so make sure you go and support the bands if you can. Buy the CDs, buy the records, merch, things like that. That supports the band a hell of a lot more than you streaming it on Spotify or Apple Music. So until next time, thank you for joining this episode of the Sloppy Syndicate. Make sure you stay sloppy, and we will see you next time.
Keep it sloppy.
Sloppy.
Thanks.
As long as it's on